Today I'm going to explain one of the ADF interview question. In usually Azure Data Engineer interview, they used to ask most of the interview. They used to ask this question during execution. Uh, we are getting a millions of records, so pipeline got failed. What troubleshooting you will do and how you will fix it? So when your pipeline fails while processing millions of records, the issue will be like due to the performance or resource limit or data quality problems. So first we need to identify the error. We need to check the logs. In the review activity run output, the error message, and in the logs we need to check what is the error message. From the error message we could understand like most of the common errors will be out of memory, timeout, service, uh, the quota limit is there, and bad data, either nulls type mismatch or something like this. So and if it is a performance bottleneck, then we need to, in data flow, we need to enable the debug mode to profile the data. And we need to use partitioning in data flow to parallelize the load. We need to reduce the data volume. Like if you do parallelism, like data will be splitted and then it will load into the target. In the copy activity, you need to set the DAUs, parallel copy, staging options. These options you can set. And if it a large data for the large data set, what we can do, another thing we can use staged copy. We can copy that to Azure Blob. And resource limit, coming to resource limit, here integration runtime, there you can increase the DAUs, data integration units. And if it is a self-hosted IR, you can scale up that, increase the core count or timeout settings and all, you can increase it. Coming to data quality issues, here we have to validate whether there is a null values in key columns, whether there are any type mismatches. Trying to insert a string into int field. So like this. Oh, and if there are any special characters, any large rows, the field contain very large data like that. Like use a certain derived columns in data flows. And timeout and quota issues, you can increase the timeout limits for the activities based on the activities. And if it is API limits also for REST API source SQL DB also, you can change the limits. And how you can fix it, you can break the data into chunks or use filter before for each for batching logic, or you can create a config table, and in that config table you can keep all the partitions, and you can load based on the partition wise. Suppose you have 10 millions of this is millions of data, right? You can chunk it chunk wise, partition wise. You can take the date and then you can filter based on that. You can give the query, based on that query each partition it will run. If you keep five partitions, it will run parallelly like that. Monitoring, you can set up alerts on if any failure, data quality failures or some other failures. You can set up pipe failures, like pipeline failures. You can set up an alert notifications. And you need to optimize source queries. If you are using heavy joins or non-index filters, you need to optimize it. And coming to when you are loading data from SQL to blob, if it is failed, then you can set the batch size and staged copy to, you can copy that to blob, parallel copies, timeout. Also you can increase the hours, and you can add the logging to trace the record counts per batch wise, at each which partition it is failing, which record, like that we can check it, and based on that we can fix it. Thank you.